provide for us in the midst of what he's called us to do. Sometimes we don't trust him to know what's best for us. Sometimes we don't trust that he loves the people we love more than we love them. We want to take care of those that we love, and we know how to do it best. Sometimes we don't trust Jesus. If we don't trust Jesus, our faith will falter. If we don't trust Jesus and act on what he tells us to do, we'll never see his power made manifest in our lives. We can't walk on water if we refuse to step out of the boat. If we don't act on what his word says, we will not see his promises made true. Which takes us to the fact that we are comfortable in the boat. I was anxious to get to this point, apparently, because I started to jump the gun on it. But we get really comfortable in the boat. Verse 32. Would you notice verse 32? When they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Isn't that interesting? The first thing that happens when Jesus gets back in the boat with Peter is that everything goes to a state of serenity, the way the disciples would have liked it. Remember another time they were out in the boat and Jesus was sleeping? And the waves were coming and the storm was raging and they were all uncomfortable. And they woke him up because they were very uncomfortable the way the situation was. They wanted their boat safe and secure and serene. And at that time Jesus rose up and said, "Peace, be still." And the waves stopped, the storm stopped, everything stopped. And everything went back to normal. Interestingly, the boat in this instance is way out in the lake, working against the waves, the wind, working against the elements, trying to get where they're going. And all that's going on all the way through this. Peter walks out on these choppy waters that Jesus has been walked on, and then they walk back and they get in the boat. Everything settles down. We're back to where we would like to have been in the first place. We're back to a place of comfort. We are comfortable in our boat. It's our own little place. Jesus put it back to how they would feel safe. We want to feel safe in life, don't we? We want to preserve that which we find comfortable and comforting. We want to not shake up the status quo. We don't want to risk discomfort. We would rather not face hard times. We ask God all too often to deliver us from challenges instead of carry us through them. We'd rather stay in the boat. And we'll never walk on water if we refuse to get out of the boat. Why don't we step out of the boat? Fifthly, we like our boat. We like our boat. We all build nice, comfortable, content little lives that surround ourselves with what makes us feel important and secure and loved. We like our boats. I would turn our eyes this morning to Haggai, verse 2 through 5 of chapter 1. This is what the Lord Almighty says. These people say the time has not yet come for the Lord's house to be built. They were procrastinating on building the temple. And the word of the Lord came through the prophet Haggai. Is it time for you yourselves to be living in your paneled houses while this house remains a ruin? Now this is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways. I'm not here to talk about buildings this morning. I'm here to talk about the places of security that we build in our lives. We like our paneled houses. We like our boats. We like to have our life comfortable and safe and secure and under our control. That's what we like. God challenged the Israelites during the time of Haggai. Or Haggai. He challenged them. Put the things of the Lord first in your life. he used that as an example. Do you think that that was the big deal? That was the tangible example he could give them at the time. That was not the big deal. The big deal is their hearts were centered on themselves and not on their God. We like to build our nice, comfortable, content lives and surround ourselves with that which makes us feel important and loved and secure. And God wants us to get out of the boat. For the disciples, it was the boat. For the people of Haggai's day, it was their paneled houses. And I would ask you today, what is the comfortable boat for you? Is it your home? Is it your family? Your job, your friends? Do you find your security and your self-worth in that, in your stuff? Maybe in your church, the way church just ought to be. Maybe you find security in the Lord in that. How about your privacy? A lot of people find security in being private and not letting people know they got troubles in their lives. You know, Jesus said we'll all have troubles, but to take heart because he'd overcome the world.